Saucony Ride 19s, are they really that great of an everyday trainer shoe? Let's talk about it. All right, guys, for those of you new to the channel, my name is Vince. I'm an amateur runner, just got back into running at the top of 2026. I used to run back in high school and then on and off throughout my 20s and my early 30s and just kind of got back into running and really taking it seriously now this year. Now, I picked up these shoes, just disclaimer, back in Boise at a shop called Bandana Running. It was my local running shop. These weren't given to me. They don't remember me. I'm definitely older than that. But picked these up because I wanted to run while we were back in Boise for our wedding reception. Didn't bring my running shoes, didn't bring my Nike Vomero Pluses, and ended up picking up these shoes here, the Saucony Ride 19. So let's break it down. Let's talk about why I decided to go with this shoe when I was able to try on a various amount of shoes and I was willing to spend upwards of $150 on a pair of shoes. And let's talk about the ride, the fit, the comfort, all those things. So let's jump right into it. $145 for these right now. And I think personally, price point, at the time, I thought it was a decent deal. That's why I bought them with my own money. But now looking back, I feel like I would have rather gotten another pair of Nike Vomero Pluses. Just going to say that out loud. I will continue to praise that shoe until I find something else that I absolutely love, especially for the price point. Vomero Plus comes in at $180. This is $145, but you can find those discounts. I talked about it in my last video. If you haven't checked that out, you can see my full review on the Nike Vomero Plus 200 miles in. And yeah. Anyway, let's talk about this shoe though. $145, I think it's a little expensive for what you're getting. It is not a super shoe. It is a 36 mil stack height here in the heel, coming at 28 in the front of the shoe at an 8 mil drop. So it's not a super shoe. I think super shoes are like 40 mil and above, that kind of range. And the foam itself is this Power Run Plus foam throughout the entire shoe. Honestly, it's not as soft as the Mega Blast, as the Super Blast 3. I haven't tried the Nova Blast, Vomero Plus. All those shoes are much softer than this shoe. So why did I choose this shoe? I tried on a various amount of other shoes. I don't remember exactly which models, but honestly, the wide toe box here, as you guys can see, is kind of the biggest reason why I picked this shoe. My feet like to spread out when I'm running, which is natural, and that's what you should be wanting to do to try to come into your forefoot here and come off and get that energy release. So honestly, this felt like the right shoe. I was just running, honestly, asphalt on the green belt there in Boise, and so I felt like this was going to be a good shoe back in February. And honestly, let's talk about the ride. It is a very firm ride. There is a lot of support in this shoe. You know, the heel counter here, as well as the toe box, and just kind of everything here just tightens very nicely onto the foot. So comfort wise, it does feel really nice on the foot, but it just feels like I'm slapping the ground every time I'm running in these shoes. So honestly, as soon as I got back, I was right back in my Nike Vomero Pluses and kind of shifted away from this shoe. Now, I have taken it out since then. The footage you guys are seeing is from an easy run the other day. And honestly, I like the shoe. I just, for the price point, I don't know if I would like rotate this a lot into my running, you know, daily runners. But honestly, it's a good shoe. It's holding up very nice, as you guys can see here on the tread wear here. Obviously, it has not been out for that many miles, but overall, I think it's a good shoe. I think it's a little heavy coming in at 8.9 ounces. I do wear a men's size 9.5, and it does fit true to size. But honestly, like the comfort, the feel just doesn't come anywhere close to any of the super shoes. And maybe I'm just on that hype train right now. But honestly, I just went out for 5 miles this morning. And honestly, I picked up the Vomero Pluses. It's just the shoe I go back to. This is not the shoe that I really want to put on my foot. It just feels heavy on the foot. And again, that slapping feeling, it doesn't have that cushion to kind of propel you forward. So I just don't feel like it's the right shoe for me. Now, if you want something super supportive, if you want a lot of stability, this is probably a really good shoe. Are you like a beginner runner? Are you a heavier runner? This might be a little bit more protective for you rather than like going with, you know, something a little bit lighter and, you know, not as supportive. So there are trade-offs with picking this kind of shoe over something like Vomero Plus or, Super Blast 3. So overall for me, honestly, the comfort and ride of these is just not up to the level that I know I can find in other shoes. So I will continue to run in these every once in a while, just kind of rotate them in, just to kind of variate my legs, which I think is important to run in different kinds of shoes and not just run in the same pair of shoes. You shouldn't be running in your race day shoes. You could, obviously, as your everyday trainer, but I think overall, this wouldn't be the shoe I would pick up again. Now, I do have the Saucony Endorphin Speeds. I do like that shoe. We'll talk about that shoe in a different review, but I've always been a fan of Saucony. I feel like they have a wide toe box, like I kind of said at the beginning of this video. I enjoy the fit and the feel of the shoe, but this one just doesn't do it for me. Honestly, a lot of the online reviews are not praising this shoe very highly either, but wanted to come on here and talk about it and tell you my honest thoughts about this shoe. If you guys want to learn more, make sure you leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this shoe. If you picked up this shoe, if you absolutely love this shoe, I would love to hear from you because, like I said, I just couldn't find a really good fit and feel comfort-wise when I'm running in this shoe, aside from the stability standpoint, which right now I don't really need, especially as my feet and my legs have been adjusted to the instability of the Nike Vomero Plus. So if you guys have any questions, leave them below. I appreciate it, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Appreciate it. Peace.